Cause
public schools does not generate money. So therefore, you leave it to the teachers and everything else, and the principal and all that and everything else to come up with certain ways for that school to profit, because it's just a building at that. It's an institution,
and that's why
to teach,
we
to
I'm
learn.
sorry, go ahead.
To learn.
You're right, because the Chicago public school system, it's just a business. That's why we sent my girls to private school in Forest Park.
That's just how it is. So therefore, if you take funding from that school and don't leave them with anything to work with in order to buy certain things, certain supplies and all that other stuff, what are schools supposed to do? What are public schools supposed to do? Because they're funded by the state, right?
Right.
So therefore, in order for the state to save some money, you shut down schools, public schools. You privatize schools. You get people with businesses that invest in these schools. And you bring a different culture amongst the educational system.
But what they don't understand, now you're forcing kids from one part of town to travel, because everybody doesn't have a car or public transportation that's close, forcing them to go way on the other side of town to try to get to this school, not realizing that's a journey, and a difficult one at that.
If you don't like it, get out of Chicago. That's basically what they're saying. If you don't like what we're doing, get out of Chicago.
People are doing that.
And where are they going? They're going to the suburbs, right?
Going to the suburbs. People are leaving the state. Especially a lot of black folks are moving out of the state. People, especially black folks, are moving back down south because one,
it's cheaper.
Cost of living supposedly is cheaper, but it's not. And the school system is better down there.
Is it? You come from Florida, is it?
Depending on where you're at in Florida. I lived in St. Petersburg, and depending on where you were at, some school systems, or some schools were great, some weren't. Because now they're going back to the schools were desegregated. Now the schools are kind of pretty much segregated again.
Wow. Didn't know that.
So, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot with the school system. It's a lot with the government. It's a lot with everything. You know? That's why we have these open mic discussions, for we get new people in and we get different people in to get their opinion, and they tell you about their views and everything else and how they see the world and how they understand things that goes on in this world. You get what I'm saying? Because we all don't know it, and we all don't know everything. That's why we should talk to each other and communicate with each other and get a better understanding. That's how we understand each other. Like I said, no matter what goes on, this dude our president, right?
He's our president. And them protesting and trying to shut stuff down, it's not going to change. He's the president for the next 4 years.
People been protesting and marching for the longest. And I'm going to tell you, I'm the one, I'm not for that. I'm the one that's, hey, let's get different people in these different positions to change certain people. Not to change certain people, but to change certain things. That internal house, that would need to change. Right or wrong?
Now, when you say get people in different positions, you mean positions of government, business, education, or
all the way around?
Yeah, because, I mean, you got the state of representatives, and then, House of Representatives, and then you got the state or the Senate. Those people are getting terms more than the president is.
Right.
And everybody overlooks that, and then they want to worry about what the president is doing and everything like that instead of what their House of Representatives or their Senate is doing.
Right, because just for example, Dick Durbin's been senator for how many years now? 20 years, something like that?
Might be going on 30.
And those are the ones who make the rules and pass the laws of the states and everything else. Those are the people that got to change. if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty and so-called what they say, keep it 100.
Right, because you got Congressman, Danny Davis has been around for God knows how long.
Yeah, I mean, it stands true. I mean, and the whole point is you got to get them out of there if you feel like the system is not working out like it should be. But the whole thing is they want to put a facade on and make the president bigger than what it is.
Right.
And it's overshadowing what was going on with the Senate, the House of Representatives, instead of getting them out there and putting in the people who actually will make a difference.
Well, it is what it is until somebody step up. Or until one of us step up. I don't know. You never know. But until then, we going to keep talking about it and keep pushing it and see until something happens. Right? It's open mic discussion right here on Black Hippie Radio Entertainment. Hope y'all enjoyed every minute of it. So go ahead and wrap up the show. Got the homie Smokey D. Big Ron. Big Ron, you want to give some shout outs?
Shout out to my grandson, Mr. Gaddy.
He said his grandson.
Mr. Gaddy.
Any shout outs you want to do?
Shout out to anybody who listened to this and got the message, basically.
Shout out to Hippie T.
I'm sorry I had to mention the grandson.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. You know, just listen, man. We're going to get more open mic discussions and everything else. I know I promised them, like, every night at 10 p.m., but, you know, certain different in life obligations that goes on in life that hinders us from doing certain things. So, you know, me and Smokey D, we sat back, we discussed. We're gonna give it to y'all Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Bring your A-Game Sports Talk Radio. That's going to be every Monday. So, we got y'all a special one today. So, I hope y'all enjoyed that podcast, man. We're going to get Big Ron back. We're going to have more discussions and everything else. Make sure y'all go check out the group. Check out the website, www.blackhippieradioentertainment.com. And, you know, just keep grooving with me. It's only going to get better. I promise. Y'all be smooth.